Hi and welcome back to my Let's Play of Karvi. Again, I'm doing a two-player run-through of this game because there is no solo mode. As far as I can tell, there were no real major goofs. Yes, I definitely did spot some things where I could have played more efficiently for both of the players, but yeah, bear with me here. So let's move into the second round of 3. Orange is the starting player, and before they're using their dice, they're playing one of their improvement cards here. Therefore, we have to spend 1 silver, and then we get 2 individual movements, and we can trigger stuff after each of these movements. So first of all, we are moving down here, grabbing this tile. So let's place it here. Then we are doing the second move, triggered through this card. Unfortunately, there's nothing to do here, but this has taken care of this card. Again, this was a free action, playing a card that doesn't cost us anything. We could still move the ship normally. The problem is we are out of gold, provisions and whatnot. We could discard 2 of our cards for 1 gold, and then we can transform that gold into a provision, but I think this feels wasteful. Let's not do that. Main question is, do I want to do the upgrade action, or do I want to go for this? And I think that's what I'm going to do. Actually, we want to raid. On the other hand, yellow sees that blue can't raid anything right now, but of course this could change relatively soon, right? On the other hand, they feel kind of safe that they're getting this space here, so we could still gain some more. Nope. Let's do this instead. We want to do our upgrade action, and for orange this means we are taking 1 card here for free. And then what are we going to do with our upgrade? Again, it's a little bit wasteful, but I think we are going to get one of those ship cards, and again we can play them right away. Question is, do we want to do that right now or not after looking at it? And I think not. So it's over to blue, and I think that's the question. Do we want Vikings or do we want this? They're both equally important. We don't have a lot of resources. No, I think we need the resources here. We could do this first, but then yellow could still snag it away. I'm not sure if yellow orange would be doing this actually, but the extra silver would be huge. Let's try that actually. Let's go to the 0 space. That's the one piece I completely forgot. For I think it was the blue player actually. They could have gone there during the first round of the game, but I kind of forgot. But yeah, let's go for that free silver here. We could still move our ship or so, or play any cards, but I don't think it is quite necessary at this point in time. No, let's not do that. Let's move over to orange. Oh, on the other hand, no, let's move over to orange. And again, this is really no expert level play here. So let's move our die over to the raid spot. This costs us 1 beer. We already know they have a strength of 8, so let's reveal this tile. So this gives us 7 points. That's not terrible. We are getting 3 damages, so I think we want to injure them all. Again, we could also kill one of those, send them to Valhalla and score the points, but I think for now let's try to hold on to those. We are getting 7 points, moving them to 12. They get 2 of these Viking cards here. I will have a look at those in a second, and they kind of do the same, basically all of them. And I think the most important piece on this one is the +2 on our beer dice. And of course, let's not forget to bring this down. So when we take the provision action, we are now getting 3 instead of 2. As for the dice, I think I will up them both to a 2 in this case. Yeah, let's do that, giving us more flexibility, and then I can still play cards or do all kinds of stuff, but I still think I'm not. Blue will move over here to this space, moving us down to 2. We are getting 1 silver and 2 furs. Then I think I will spend 1 silver and 1 fur to play this card, which gives us 2 provisions, but I think I will spend those 2 provisions right away. 1, 2 spaces, moving into Exeter. Let's see what tiles we can get there. And it's either 4 furs or 4 furs, either 2 trade cards or 1 trade card and 6 points. I think I want the points at this point in time. This goes back, and then it's the orange player's turn. No, it's not actually, because both of these tiles are out. So I think I will This is also tasty. Getting yet another silver and a fur. Yeah, I think we need the resources. So let's go down here and there again for another fur and a silver. We are not moving our ship. We still have a gold though, but I still don't think it's really important at this point in time. So it's again this die. We want definitely more Vikings here. So the ship is full, but we can exchange those Vikings anytime we see fit. And I think then I want to trade. So we are moving over here. Wow, it's really a lot of turns for blue. We trade with one of those tiles. The only one we can really afford is actually this one here. So we have to spend our gold, but I still think it's worth it. So we will collect 7 points, moving us to 21, and then we grab any one of those. And I guess we are going for this one here, giving us 1 gold and 2 silver back. I still think that this was absolutely worth it. Let's not forget to place this tile here. 2 things are happening now. First of all, we are unlocking our trade post here, and now we can use this locked space on the action selection board. And this is pretty much upcoming soon. I like that. I believe this time blue wants the provisions. They get 3 because we already raided 1 successfully. So we will place those here. I think we will use 2 of those. So we have in fact 1 left over. Isn't that nice to move 1, 2, 3 to sky? There we will place our freshly unlocked trading post for 4 more points. Lovely. Finally, it's orange, and I think they need to trade. It's really costly. They have to spend 2 beer for that because I think they can fulfill this one here exactly for 2 silver. Again, this will unlock their trading post. They can also now go for this action. They get a trade card and 3 points. So the 3 points are easy, and I think they really desperately need the gold actually for what it is they want to do. So they will go for this trade card here. Again, this gives them 1 gold, but I think they're going to spend the gold right away actually. We are also getting one of those cards, and again they will transform the gold they just gained into 1 provision. They will spend the provisions right away to move here to Terschhauen. Yeah, exactly. They will replace their tower, which is important for them. They will collect 5 points for that. But again, the important piece is later on when they're taking their upgrade action, because I think they can get quite a powerful upgrade tile for that. Still the orange player's turn. They will play their card before they do anything. So they have to spend 1 fur. This allows them to either give a +1 on any dice, or we can set 1 dice to a 2. And guess what? That's exactly what they are doing. Nicely done. And they also played one of these beer cards. And it's their turn next. And they have also now the unlock space, and that's exactly where they are going to. Right now they have only unlocked this space here, but that's totally fine. This gives them a gold and a silver. I take it. Well, would we going to spend? Well, that's a fair point. Do we want to spend that gold now to get ourselves our next thing? And honestly, I think so. So they will spend their gold again, transforming this into a provision. They will use the provision to move here to Hof and grabbing one of those tiles. I will go for this one. This one goes back. It's still the orange player. They are moving down here to the gain income space. In the meantime, they have 1 tower and 1 trading post out, which means they get 2 things, resources that is, and 2 upgrades. As for the resources, we will go for silver, and then we get 2 upgrades, and here it doesn't really matter too much. So I think we are transforming this simply into a 5. The problem is they have to remain damaged or injured. Unfortunately, we cannot simply flip it back. There are ways how we can heal them, but right now they're still injured, but definitely way more powerful than before. So does blue want the extra Viking, or do we directly go for the beer? I think getting more Vikings is good. The problem is, we are only gaining 1 because our ship is currently full, so the net gain isn't great. So I think in this case We will instead go directly down to a beer. Due to our successful trading, we are still at a +3. One more trading would give us a +4 instead, which is pretty huge. But in this case, we will turn this to a 2, and I think this also to a 2. Yeah, I think we need some flexibility. It's kind of still blue's turn, and I think we are going to spend 1 provision to move down here and 1 gold. Again, transforming this into provision to move us over here. We can grab one of those ratards. I think we really need some more ratards here. And in this case, I guess we are going for this one here, simply giving us more stuff. Cool. Back to orange. They will, for a fact, go for the extra strength to Viking, which we are adding to our longship here. Then let's get some beer. Same rules apply. I think they also get 2, so we do exactly the same thing. 1 goes here, 2 goes here, 1 goes there, and it's still the orange player. And I think they're using this card now to move their die onto this space. We have to still spend 1 fur, but now we don't have to spend any beer for that, so that's quite powerful, obviously. And then we are taking the upgrade action, which again for them means they're taking 1 more of those Viking, not really Viking cards, beer cards, I guess. And then for their upgrade action, they will go for this sail here. They have brought out any combination of 2 buildings, right? That's what it means. We have to spend 3 things, so we are spending 3 silver. Therefore, they're immediately scoring 5 points, so they're actually tied with the blue player. Now, what do you think about that? But the cool thing about this sail is that all action spaces are reduced to 1 beer cost each. This is huge. Over to blue, I think they also want to gain some income. They too have basically both buildings out, 1 tower. No, they have 2 trading posts out now, which means they get 3 things now. That is nice. And because of this trade tile, I think I want 2 furs, and then we are going for 1 silver, kind of preparing us for this tile here. We still get 2 upgrades, and I think let's upgrade this fella here to a level 4 warrior. Nicely done. Could in fact move our ship. We have the car, but we want to hold on to the fur right now, so let's not do that just yet. So now I'm considering to go for the upgrade action with blue, because we have a very cool tile here and we have unlocked this. So we have it down here, which means we have the requirements and we have the resources to achieve that. So yeah, let's totally do that. So we are moving over here. Because of that, we are getting another ship card. This is huge. Oh, 2 free movements for 1 fur. I think that's not too bad. Then we will do this here, this sail, which costs us 3 things. We will simply go for 3 silver in this case. This will also score us 5 points. I certainly take this. And by the way, I have completely lost track about all our rune stones here. So this one here, for example, we really need to play Viking cards actually, or helmet cards, in order to score this. I'm completely ignoring those. I'm really not doing well. But yeah, let's have a look at our new sail here. This means once per turn we can basically spend 2 beer from our dice to either go for a trade action or we can do a raid action. And in theory we can do that right now. Amazing. The problem with that is these 2 beer need to come from any 1 die. We can't spread it out on 2. So but yeah, overall it's okay. We are moving over to the orange player, and I think orange simply needs stuff. So we're moving onto this space for 1 silver and 1 fur, and yeah, we can remain here. I think again we have an awful lot of cards, so we can spend 2 cards to transform this into gold, and then again we would be allowed to move our ship, for example. But I think right now there is nothing to reach as far as I can tell. No, I don't think so. So what are we going to do next with orange here? I mean, here we could gain more stuff. Here we would gain another upgrade action. And here at least we would be close fulfilling the condition of this runestone here. We have the corresponding trade tile here. This one here, that's a crazy one, because this is one of those advanced one out there. We have to unlock the map before we can even move there, claiming this tile. Then we need 3 to 5 gold in order to satisfy the requirements there. Still, that could be 16 points, which is not nothing, but I still think that this might be the better deal, gaining income, because this also gives us one more upgrade, right? No, before we actually trigger that, and playing this for 2 is tough, believe me. So we're going to spend or play this card. This costs us 2 silver. This allows us to move 3 spaces with our ship, and we would be freely push back any ship that would be on that space. But that's totally fine. We need 3 spaces. 1, 2, and 3. We will build our trading post in there. This gives us 2 more points. I take it, and I think now it makes more sense moving our die over here to this space. Again, we are gaining income. Now we also have 2 trade posts on the board, which means we're getting 3 things. So 1, 2, and 3 silver in this case, and we are getting 2 upgrades. We have 1 tower on the board, yes. So I think we are upgrading this to a level 6 for sure. And I think this to a level 4. Yeah, let's do it like this. Not shabby. Then it's blue, and we totally want to trade for free, which is definitely kind of a downer for the orange player, but yeah, they had to think about this, right? So again, we can trade for free, at least beer-wise, and the idea was to go for this trade tile over here. Right, so for 4 we are getting 6 points and a trade card. Nice, bringing us to 36 points. And as for the trade card, I want to go for this one here, because those are the cards we need to satisfy for this runestone here. Unfortunately, it's not enough to have those cards. You really have to play those cards in order to score those points. So let's have a look. What do we see here? Okay, for 1 gold we can either get 3 victory points, 3 level 1 Vikings or any combination, 3 upgrades, or 3 heals. Yeah, I don't know. The +3 I think is the better deal in this instance. Okay, this has taken me a while. We are moving the orange player's die over here. That's the locked space. For them, that's a gold and a silver. We could now do a lot of switcheroo, but I think let's wait for that a little bit longer. No, let's end our turn. We are not going to play a card just yet. We will move over to blue. I think they need some more resources. This is a little bit wasteful actually, but I still think we need some stuff at least in order to play cards and whatnot. Question is, are we going to right now or not? Are we going to play a card? I mean, we have this one here for 1 silver, for 1 fur. We can move our ship 2 spaces, but honestly, I don't think that this is worth it. No, let's not do that just yet. We will now have to make a very tough call actually, because here is basically a freebie in respect to rate, and we have a rate tile for that. We could get a lot of stuff, some points. We have to damage something. It would give us another tower, so that's all good and nice. The problem with that is, if we're moving this die in here, that's basically end of round for the blue player. So we would go into the next round without any extra beer whatsoever. We have a card for that, which could help us getting +2, but I want the +2 actually to trigger other stuff, right? So I think we can't really afford missing out on things. So no, we have to move that die over here. This gives us a beer action. Now our beer action is already on a +4 because we have traded 3 times. So I guess we will add this to a 3 and this to a 2. And keep in mind, we are still getting a free upgrade action here, which for us means we are getting another ship card. This is now already the level 2 ship card. So for 2 silver, we can... No, I think we only have to have 3 provisions to go for 2 points, or we can go for basically, let's call it a free provision action for 2 silver, which would give us at least 3 provisions. So that's not terrible at all. And then for our actual upgrade action, I think we can't really afford this one here. Unfortunately, this costs us 5, completely out of question. So I think we need another helmet. So helmet card, so we will go for another helmet. And yeah, for this one here, for 2, we could unlock another tower. That's not terrible. That is really not too bad. Orange has the same torturing decision to make. Relatively certain they will go for this tile here, and I show you in a second how they do that. The question is, do they want to do that with that die or with that die? I think in the end it doesn't really matter too much. The question though still is, do we want to go with the other die now to the provision space or to the beer space? I think we need the beer, and I think I want the beer in here, right? So we're getting the free upgrade and we are only getting 3, though that's a problem. So we are only adding this up to a 2. And this also goes up to a 2. And again, for our free upgrade, we get another beer card here. And for the normal upgrade, we could actually go for one of those runestones, and we have no, we haven't quite fulfilled the requirement here. We need 5 cards played. Right now we only have played 4. So that's not, we could go for this here, and we could afford to go for this. Ooh, bow, I believe. So whenever we are doing a combat action, a raid action, we can, I think this is, we can do a trade action as well. Or we get it, no, we get a trade card. That is huge. I think we want to do that. So this is our upgrade. Again, we have the 12 here, no problems, 12 strength. So we have to spend 4 things. I will simply go for a mixture, so 3 silver and 1 fur. We are placing this in here. This immediately gives the orange player 8 points. Pretty nice, moving them to 35. Oh, cool. I definitely do like that. And then it's still the orange player's turn. And I think before we are taking our action, they're spending 1 gold to transform this into a provision. And then they will discard those 2 cards. They go back to the bottom of the deck. They will also transform this into a gold. And then the 2 gold will be 2 provisions in the end. So 1 and 2, because orange has a greater strength than the blue player, we are pushing them, and in this case I think we're pushing them back down here. We get to choose, and then we will take this tile here, the 5. Nice. And I think now it's worth it to move into the free raiding action here. So a lot of things will happen. We have a strength of 5, not a problem. We have to take 1 point of injury. Awesome. So everyone is hurt on the ship, but we are still very much alive. I take that. Therefore, we will collect 2 more points. I take it 2 gold. 2 gold is really not nothing, of course. And then we are placing this in here. We'll unlock our second tower. And then we can also use this locked space action, which is simply 3 upgrades. Nice turn, orange. Okay, last round of the game. So we are moving the blue player here. We need some more resources in order to play some cards, I believe. So that's basically what we gained out of this. We can still play cards and or move our ship and whatnot. And right now I am thinking about going for this action here. The thing is, I guess we want to also play these cards here because, yeah, this helps us with our runestone tile, and I think sooner or later we have to do that. So we are spending the 2 fur right now in order to play this card, and I think we are simply playing this for the +3, the upgrade, that is. So we will upgrade this to a level 6 and one of those into a level 2. One thing I completely forgot for the orange player, when they have taken their raid action, this is basically this here, the bow, they would gain 1 trade card. And I think they would have gone for this trade card here because they also need the resources for sure. This is really a great ship upgrade. So let's take this trade card. Let's reveal a new one. This happened already at the end of their last round. And then I think we are going for a trading action. This is really a giant leap, but I think, is it necessary? That's the question. Let's gamble. So we are moving in here. This gives us 1 silver and 1 fur. Again, that's never a bad thing. Are they going to move their ship? They have 2 gold, but ultimately, I don't know. I think they need to trade like crazy now, actually. We could move down here with 2 gold. Basically 2 provisions, and we have a tower that's 2 more points. Also nothing to sneeze at, but let's wait on this. And I already feel I'm really playing so incredibly poorly for both of the players, that is. But there's really a lot going on. So with blue, we are certainly going for a raiding action. We have this raid tile here. We have more than enough strength. We have to take 2 points worth of damage, so we are going for the 1 and 2 here right now. Again, we get the points no matter what, and as long as we can hold on to Vikings, we will do so. Therefore, we will get 2 gold, so that is not bad. Of course, we can use this for all kinds of stuff, and 1 extra fur. And of course, we are getting the 4 points. So they're really still close by, but that's only because, again, it's me against me, and I'm simply suck at this game. It's really what it is. I'm terrible at this game, but for whatever reason, I really like it. So then let's unlock this one here. We get the tower. Exactly, and then we can still move our ship. We can still play cards. And again, we do want to play those helmet cards here. So I will spend 1 gold and transform this gold into, I don't know, I think simply 3 victory points. So we are moving to 43 here instead. And then we have 1 more to go in order to satisfy the conditions on this card at least once. If we do 2 more, then we can go for the high reward. We will only ever trigger 1 of those rewards on those runestone tiles, of course. Then it's orange and it's time to trade. And I think we will go for this trade tile here. That's 4 things. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, that's any combination of fur and silver for 7 points. Oof, that's 44. Okay, again, we are in the lead. We also get a trade card. And again, keep in mind the tiles, the trade tiles on this display here would be now 9 victory points. So we just moved from 4 victory points, 2 times 2 to 3 times 3. That's alone is already a 5-point swing. And as for the card, I think I want the silver here and 1 card, so I will go for another ship card. Again, moving our folks definitely does help. So this card is gone. We will immediately reveal, because that's the end of their turn. I think we are not going to move, because again, this will only ever refill at the very end of the turn, but I think that's okay. Let's reveal it. Okay, I think for yellow it might be still worth it to go for another Viking here. Or should we go for this? Because this gives us a gold and a silver. No, let's go to this one. So again, we're using our unlocked space, which again is a silver and a gold. Now I could have also used this one for 3 upgrade. That's also not bad, actually. But then we can still take another turn, or basically play another card. And I think we can do that. Let's do that. So we are spending 2 resources here, incredibly expensive to go for this action here, which allows us to basically re-trigger any one of our dice again for the beer cost of 0. And this could have been even one of those spaces in the stop zone. Okay, that is, I think that is quite nice actually. So we have now played 5 cards, which means this tile will grant us 8 points at the end of the game. I certainly take that. And of course, orange is triggering that trade space again. In this case means we are doing this. We need 5 things, or 5 silver. We have 4 plus gold. Again, a universal resource. And therefore we are getting 2 of these trade cards. We have now unlocked this map space here, and that's now 16 points. But 2 trade cards isn't terrible either. So we will certainly go for this one here, giving us 2 furs, and we are increasing the value of 1 die. We're simply going for the 0 die for now. Again, it's not getting refilled right away. And what's next? 2 in a card. In an upgrade. I think we will go for this one, so 2 more of those fertiles, and we are getting 1 upgrade. So in this case we are upgrading this to a 5. Why not? By the way, I completely forgot. Oh boy, I just noticed this. I didn't move this tile off when we have moved over. They would have landed on this space instead. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, I forgot that. So the last die that is moving as of the second round is also removing this topmost tile. Oh, that is terrible. And now as they have also moved out, this tile is also gone now, of course. Oh, that is really bad. I will hopefully notice this during editing and will leave a note then. So now this last tile will always give us here some victory points and some more beer. Beer is also still worth some points at the end of the game. So nothing is lost. Okay, that was terrible. So I think both of the players were able to use that space actually. So I think, yeah, no harm was really done. Then it's blue. We are gaining some income here. Again, it's 2 trading posts, so they get 3 things. And looking at our current thing, we want the gold, so the silver. So in theory, we can now fulfill this trade tile here, which again would bring us from 9 points to 16 points. Then it's blue again. We want some more provisions, which is 3. And I think with 3, they should be able to gain this tile here, right? So 1 and 2 even, so we can hold on to 1 provision. I think this is another victory point. So let's see what we get. For 12, it's either 5 points or 6 points and a +2. Let's go for this one here. This is also 3 things, but this doesn't help us right now. Let's go for the gold instead. No, that is fine. We are taking this tile here. The problem is we only have a strength of 11 right now, so we need 1 more upgrade at least. And now we can do something rather mean actually. And I think we are going to. This is now, I think this was, yeah, again, playing this for 2 is bad. So orange will go in here for a beer action. So we get a ton of beer now. It's currently 4, exactly, 4 beer. So I think 3 and 3. Then it's orange again. Are we moving the ship right now? I don't think so. And then we're doing the same thing again. So we are locking out blue on the beer this round. This is terrible. This is really terrible. So we're getting 4 more. So we are fully loaded now on those beer actions. Again, these are still victory points at the end of the game, but it gives us a good amount of flexibility for sure. But really blue needed that to go for their freebie, which is this one here, going for a trade action. But I think they have some other means getting to where they need to go to. But I think first of all, they're going to play, the blue is playing this card here for 2 silver. This gives us 3 upgrades, and we need those 3 upgrades. So we're turning this fella into a 5. So now we are at least able to score this runestone tile for 8 points because we have played the 3 cards. But yeah, don't mention it. It's really terrible gameplay here. Then I guess we are playing this card here. So we have to spend 2 fur. Exactly. Oops, maybe I should show this to you so you can actually see that this allows us to up this die to a 2 or 4 points. No, I think this is the better deal. And then we are moving that die over to this here, getting us income, which in this case is 3 silver and 1 or 2 upgrades basically. So we're upgrading this lady here to level 3. So overall, strength wise, we are doing okay, and every strength point you see is a victory point at the end of the game. Then we are using our special power here. So we are drilling this down to a 0, triggering this action, which no, I think it is fine. I think it is fine. And therefore, again, we are doing a free, we could do a free raid or a free trade action. That is interesting. Very versatile indeed, because here we would gain another +2, which would then allow us to do the same thing again, and that's what we are doing. So we are going for a free raid action. Now again, that's a freebie. We haven't used our die just yet. We have the 12 strength points, no matter what. We are getting 1 point of damage only. Okay, that is cool. And 5 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 gold and a +2 on our pips. And in theory, the next provision action would give us a +4. So I think the +2 will be added simply on this die here, because that's the next die to move anyway. So it has to move right now, actually. So at least I'm able to show you some combos. The question now really is, yeah, we have... Again, we can only do that once per turn, so I can't do that right away, actually. Is the upgrade tile worth it, actually? In theory, it could. The problem is we need to either have played 4 of these trade tiles, right now at 3, and this costs us 5 things. And we need, we need 4 of those cards. What am I talking about? And here we need 3 ship upgrades, so that's not going to happen anyway. And this 3, by the way, it doesn't really matter if it's 3 different ones. So in theory, we could have also overbuilt this, what was it, the stern, right? And then it would still count as basically a second task. In total, we would have then built 3 upgrade tasks, which would then satisfy the requirement for this rune. But I think that's not going to happen, actually. No, I think not. On the other hand, we could still try going for that extra helmet bonus here. So instead of 8 to 22, maybe let's try that at least. So we're moving over here to this space, right? This gives us a ship card because of our upgrade. So let's see what we get. 3 provisions or 2 points each. Okay, let's not forget about this one. That is nice. And 2 cards are worth 1 victory points, by the way, anyway. So we are not losing anything. And for our action, we are going for another helmet card. That's a level 2 card. And I think for 2 silver, we get, I think, 2 points for every Viking on our ship and 2 heal. That is huge, actually. This is really huge. I mean, it serves us in 2 ways, right? Yeah, let's do that. So we are spending 1 and 1 gold right now. Let's try that. Let's try that. So we're getting 2 points for every Viking we have on our ship. 1, 2, so that's basically 10 points. Not too shabby. Moving us to 58, and then we get to heal 2 fellas. Okay, that wasn't bad at all. Okay, I really like that for sure. So we have 4 cards played, 1 more. We will jump from 8 to 22 points. The problem is orange sees that too, of course. And they are fully loaded, actually. Right, so they can do it all. So in theory, they could go in here, but then again, they could simply go in there. And that's that, right? And again, for them, it's totally worth it, actually, because they have the runestone tiles that would give them stuff, right? So this one here gives them 10 points because they have played 5 cards. Question really is, do they want to do more stuff, or are they... Okay, no, I think they are simply here to hurt us, right? On the other hand, there is another cool card which they could gain, actually. Let's play it slowly. Why not? So we are moving this die over here. This gives them a silver and a fur, right? And then, just to show you as much as possible in this game, they're going to play this card here. So basically 2 silver, 2 fur here. This will allow them to move 8 spaces, or they will score some points. Let's go for the 8 spaces, just for the laugh of it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have unlocked the map, which is why they can move now onto the space. They also have a trading post here, which they will certainly build right away. Therefore, they will score 6 points, moving them to 50. And then they will take one of these tiles here. They will get the bonus here on top of it immediately. And they will score basically the topmost portion of it basically at the end of the game. And I think this is for each upgrade they are getting. It's 3 points ship upgrade, so that's 9 points for them. And that's currently 8 points for them. Here they would gain 2 trade cards, which could be the better deal, actually. Or 3 things. They will go for this runestone tile here. So again, the topmost part is something they get right away. yeah, they get more stuff out of this. Absolutely. So again, that's 2 trade cards, and we are placing the special runestone tile here. This will give them 3 victory points for each upgrade they have at the end of the game. So in theory, again, they could overbuild. This would still count as a valid upgrade. And yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. We are going for these 2 cards here. So that's 2 silver, and oh, this is 2 victory points actually. Let's go for 2 silver, and I don't know, these 2. Yeah, let's go for those. Again, that's 3 silver in total. It's not too bad. It's also 1.5 victory points, I believe. Okay, they will get 1 helmet card here. What is it? Yeah, could be a nice one. Let's see about that. And we are getting 2 upgrades in this case. Yeah, let's simply increase these to a level 4. Again, that's also 2 more points one way or the other. Nicely done. But then I think, let's play it mean. We are moving this fella over here for a ship upgrade. Or for upgrade, therefore, they're getting 1 more of those cards. And I really haven't shown you an awful lot of those actually. And then for the upgrade, we will go for another runestone. I think this is worth more points. We are not going for fielded. We are nearby. Keep in mind that's one of those here in Reykjavik. But I think we will not get 2, 3 to 5 gold. It's very... we could gain 1 gold actually. But yeah, let's not do that. So we are building this tile here. So we are spending 3 things, 5 things actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll move this fella over. And again, that's easy 10 points at the end of the game. Again, this was truly terrible for the blue player. There are cards, especially, and maybe I should show this to you. There are cards, beer cards usually, that allow you to move backwards. So the orange player has one. So this would be pretty okay for the blue player. They could simply move back here, as you can see, right? And then spend gold in order to trigger it, for example. In this case, it's even 0. So there are ways in order to trigger that again. The problem is they don't have that card. It's the orange player. So that's not going to happen now. The question still is, what are we going to do? We can still, I think, try to complete this one here. And that's what we need to do, right? Question is, how are we going to do that? I think first of all, we need 2 more resources. So we will move over here with that die to gain some income. And I think in this case, yeah, we have to be cautious now. At least I think, does it matter too much? No, I think it doesn't matter too much. So that's the income. We still get 2 more upgrades. So here is another 5 for her. So I think he's really scoring some good points coming from the Vikings at least. And then I think we can still take our free action here. In order to do that, we have to spend this gold to increase this die to a level 2 die. That's also something that you can do with gold. Not even sure if I was able to show this to you. Now we are using our freebie, driving this down to a 0. And in this case, we will score this one here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Not too bad. We will get, yeah, that's really doesn't give us anything. Will give us some points, that's for sure. It's 3 points right away, bringing us to 61. And we get 2 trade cards. And that is an interesting one, because here is the card we could have gained. We will go for this card here beforehand. So we will definitely take the 2 fur. I should show this to you. Sorry for that. 2 fur. And we get one of these cards here. And it's 2 silver and 1 fur. And then this would be our 5th card we are playing. So can we fulfill this somehow? Let's see about that. So we have completed this. So we need 2 silver and we have the 4. And there is no... Oh, we could... This is ridiculous. Yeah, okay, we can do... No, we can achieve that. Awesome. So in this case, we will simply go for this card then. As well, this gives us a silver and a level 2 warrior. Unfortunately, now we have to upgrade one, but it's now a healthy warrior and it's 1 more victory point. So why not? Here is the coin we have gained. So these were the 2 cards we have played, and this is now the card that we want to play because it's our 5th Viking card, again bringing us to 22 points here. And the way how we play that, it doesn't matter too much, I believe. I think this gives us 6 points. No, we only have 1 tower out actually, so this is the better deal actually, but okay. So we need 2 silver, 1 fur. In order to generate 1 more silver, we can simply discard 2 cards. And I think here we are going to discard, I don't know, this one, because we will not be able to trigger it again, I guess. No, I think not. So we are triggering this and I don't know, this here. So these 2 cards are discarded. Therefore, we are getting 1 gold. So that's printed on our little card here, and this gold we're using to fulfill the condition on this card. So that wasn't terrible, and that's our 5th card. And I think again we will go for a level 5 Viking if I will find one. And indeed, here is one. We are replacing her. Unfortunately, that's a 4-point swing. I certainly take that, but again, it's all the more important that we have now scored the higher potion on this tile here. Nice. Okay, that was an okay turn actually for the blue player. These combos, you can see, can take a while every now and then. Then I think let's simply end it. We will not be able to score any more crazy tiles, right? So I think we are going for this, right? This gives us 4.6 points in total, right? So yeah, let's do that. So we're moving over here. This gives us 2 points right away, moving us to 52, and we are getting basically 4 more beer. Oh, 4 more beer is a waste actually. So then we are moving in here. That's 5 points in total, 1, 2, 3, because we can't have more than 5 on these tiles, so we would be losing out anyway. Then it's blue again. They don't have any more gold left. They could still move their ship though. The problem is, I think they can't make it to this space here. They have a movement card of 3 here, but I think we can't get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we can't make it. 1 more fur and we could have done that. Maybe there is a way. No, we are not getting any more things. So we are moving in here. This gives us 2 points plus again the beer action, which is also 4 for them. So again, doesn't. Oh, maybe it does matter now. Let's do. Doesn't matter now. 2 and 2 again. It really doesn't matter. So that's 4 more points. Any leftover beer. Then it's them again. They could go in here for 1 point. They would gain a gold or 3 upgrades, and that's also 3 points actually. And let's do that instead. So they're moving in here. They will trigger this locked space here, so upgrading the 3 into a 5. So yeah, that's really a hell of a group. And then yeah, I think there is no point in moving right now. So I think orange will move in here. It's the same amount of points for them, but less points than for the blue player. So they get 1 point and basically 2 more points because they have upgraded their dice twice. And I think for the blue player, can they still raid something? That's the question. Maybe no, I can't make it somewhere. This is so bad. Oh, maybe there is something they can reach. Oh yeah, cool. I can show you some more raiding action here. Cool stuff. So we are spending the 2 fur to move the blue player ship 1, 2, 3 spaces. We have still 1 provision, but it wouldn't help that. But I think claiming this tile now will help, because final action, they will move in here. This is a freebie for them, so they have to injure 2 fellows. Again, it doesn't matter. So in theory, we could injure 1 twice and then we would score the points immediately, but never mind. We will do 4 points here, bringing us to 67. We will get 3 silver. Again, 1.5 victory point. And yeah, I think the extra card is, I think, also 1 point actually, because for 2 we can transform this into gold. And is there something we can do? Now we are getting some. This is an action which allows you to put the die on top of another die, and it's cost 0. That's a perfect. Oh, come on. Too late, unfortunately. Too late. But that's basically the end of the game. We will now score all these things. The rune stones, any leftover military strength, which is 26 points for blue, not too bad. We will do the math in respect to the trade tile. There's 16 points for each, is 4 times 4 for everyone. Both of the players have that. Any leftover beer on your dice is worth 1 point. I'm not sure why there is a 2. It's basically each beer is really worth 1 point for you. Then I think any 2 provisions is worth 1 victory point. Then any 1 gold or 2 cards is worth a victory point, and any leftover 2 resources also worth 1 victory point. I will do the math now off camera. And that's basically the end score, 136 versus 128. Awfully close, but again, expert level play is around 200 points and more. So whatever you have seen here, it was really not worth mentioning. It was merely to show you how this game is played and showing you at least some of the intricacies, some of the, let's say, potential combos that you can go through the game. And again, if you play this game more often, you will see those. I think there is some level of randomness in respect to these improvement cards, also in respect to the upgrades you get. Again, there are some variants described in the rules where you can make the game a little bit less random, and I think this is something I may want to look into actually, because otherwise the game can feel swingy. Sometimes a player really always gets the cards that they need. It's similar to something like Tapestry, for example. If you get the right cards and always the right cards, then you are really running away. In this case, no one ran away actually for the other players, so they were pretty even. So I was poorly playing them both equally, so that's something. But I still think this is something where the game can be tweaked to some extent, but also not ultimately a bad thing. And I really hope you enjoyed my little playthrough here. I really apologize for this little goof up here where I forgot to remove that tile after the second round, or basically at the beginning of the second round. Terribly sorry for that. Luckily I was able to catch that, at least to show you how it should be done. I was able to show you some of the combos, some of the things that are possible in the game. Again, it's really bad playing this for 2 players. That's why I didn't even dare doing a 3-player run through here in this game. I would have loved to see a solo mode actually. I would really be intrigued seeing them. Maybe something might be coming sooner or later. I think it's not impossible to come up with one, so if any one of you has some ideas, definitely let me know. But anyway, I think not every game needs to have a solo mode, of course. I'm ultimately sure that this game shines with more players. So I think, again, with 4 players, every player only has 1 dice at their disposal. They start with slightly higher beer on each of those dice, of course, and you have 1 more round to go through. And we're also playing on the other side, so you have slightly more spaces here on which you have to go through. But yeah, that's basically how you play Karvi in a 2-player game. Again, I really hope you enjoyed it. Huge shout out to all of my patrons and channel members out there. You guys are amazing. Can't tell you how much I appreciate all your support. And yeah, with that being said, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and until then, bye bye.